Hello everyone, this is Fuzzy Sheep 12. Today is November 2nd, and this is an entry for Hypnovember 2025. And today's theme is Amnesia. So, why don't we go ahead and start? Get comfy, get cozy, and why don't you get those listening ears on? Because amnesia is such an interesting thing. It doesn't work for everyone, but those that it does work for, well, I would assume find it quite interesting. And when you forget, and when you remember, thoughts are very interesting. You still have so many thoughts, all of the thoughts. So for today, I was wondering, how about, instead of you thinking your own thoughts, you just let my words replace them. You watch as your thoughts fade out of your mind, as they disappear. But don't worry, they'll come back. They will, later. So, just for a moment, imagine how it would feel if each and every thought in your mind were my words. As if you could read them clear as day on a whiteboard. My words appearing, being those thoughts in your mind, and then getting erased because new thoughts are coming in, new writings are happening, you're reading new things, and the whiteboard isn't quite big enough to take up everything, so things just naturally disappear. And because you heard the words, you processed the words, you processed all the thoughts that were my words, and you're okay listening. You don't really need to remember what was said in the past, do you? And just following along, following so well, it gives you this sense of calm, clarity, maybe a little blankness. After all, you're not really thinking, you're just listening really well. So well, actually. So, why bother trying to remember? After all, isn't there a phrase that would be perfect for this? It goes something like, forget to remember and remember to forget. Forget to remember, remember to forget. Forget to remember and remember to forget. But I mean, you could always remember to forget, so you're still remembering. And you could always forget to remember, but does that mean you're still forgetting? It's really up to you, but at the same time, it's not quite, is it? Because if my words are your thoughts, then it's kind of up to me right now. So if I suggest that each and every single word is just disappearing from your mind one by one, perhaps that's exactly the case. Perhaps each and every word that does appear in your mind, whether it could be perchance your own, or whether it's mine, you just notice any and all start to disappear. After all, you don't really need to think about it right now, and I'm sure you can remember later, if you really want to. You're more than welcome to do that. But for now, you watch as the words fade one by one, listening so intently to the next word, because if you can't grasp the previous word, then the next one must be just as important, if not more important. So if you're grasping each and every word, you're listening and focusing so very intently. And it's almost interesting. I do wonder if gently you would just drop into a trance. Not because I'm telling you per se, but because the words in your mind say to drop. And it's gone. Your mind is gone, the thoughts are gone, but new thoughts are coming in because I'm still talking. You're still seeing those words, reading those words, and then they're gone. And you've forgotten them. Remember to forget. Forget to remember. Remember to forget and forget to remember. Remember to forget and forget to remember. Isn't that such an interesting concept? And of course, you're more than welcome to listen to this as many times as you'd like, to grasp the full concept of exactly what was being said and why you should remember to forget and forget to remember, because at least one of those words is very important, whether you take the forgetting to remember or the remembering to forget. It's all going to lead you to this wonderful place where you're just following along, not a care in the world, not a worry in your mind. You're just drifting, floating, truly, listening, doing so very well. And I think that just about wraps up the theme of the day. Wouldn't you think so? Well, I guess I'm doing the thinking for a moment. I think so. So in that case, I'll count up to 5, and you'll have all of your own thoughts return to you slowly, letting my words fully fade away. So 1, 2, 3, we're halfway there now. 4, letting your own thoughts trickle in more and more, filling the room around you again, as you perhaps are struggling to open your eyes, and taking that very nice deep breath in, as we exhale and come all the way back, up, 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 just like that, wide awake even, taking as much time as you need to fully come all the way up and out of that trance. Thank you so much for listening today.